When my dad won the lottery, everyone in our family suddenly remembered my name. Not a huge jackpot, $5 million, enough to ruin people quietly. Before that, nobody really cared about us. We lived in a small Ohio town where everybody knew everybody's business, and ours was always the struggling family. My dad drove trucks 6 days a week. My mom waitressed double shifts at a diner that smelled like burnt bacon and coffee. And me? I was the invisible middle daughter between my perfect older brother Tyler and my dramatic younger sister Paige. Then one Friday night, Dad matched 6 numbers. I still remember the silence in our kitchen after he checked the ticket. My mom sat down so hard the chair squeaked. Dad just kept whispering, "No way, no way." By Monday morning, our relatives magically started calling. My Aunt Linda, who hadn't spoken to my mom in 3 years, suddenly sent flowers. My cousin Brianna posted a Facebook status about family being everything. Even my grandfather, who forgot my birthday 5 years in a row, invited us over for Sunday barbecue. It felt weird immediately. People stopped asking how we were doing and started asking what we were buying. "You guys thinking beach house or mountain cabin? Your dad gonna retire now? Must be nice not worrying anymore." The worst was Tyler. My brother had barely spoken to Dad since moving out, but the second the lottery hit, he transformed into son of the year, showing up unannounced, bringing beer for Dad, offering to help manage finances despite having maxed out credit cards and 3 failed crypto investments. Meanwhile, my cousin Emma stayed exactly the same. Emma was 17, quiet, worked weekends at Target, and wore these huge hoodies even in summer. She never asked about the money once. Not once. One night she came over with pizza and asked if I wanted to watch old Disney movies because everything probably feels insane right now. And honestly, it did. Within weeks, the family got competitive. Aunt Linda started hinting about her medical bills. Grandpa casually mentioned his roof leaking every single conversation. Brianna sent links to business ideas she wanted Dad to invest in. Tyler got worse. He started introducing Dad to strangers as my millionaire father. I actually heard him tell his girlfriend, "I'll probably inherit enough to never work again." Dad heard it too. He didn't say anything at the time, but I saw something in his face change. Then came Thanksgiving. Dad rented this huge cabin in Tennessee for the whole family. Everyone acted emotional about being together, but the second wine hit the table, people started circling him like sharks. Tyler cornered Dad about investment properties. Aunt Linda cried about debt. Grandpa brought printed estimates for his roof. I went outside because I genuinely couldn't take it anymore. Emma followed me 10 minutes later carrying 2 mugs of hot chocolate. She sat beside me on the porch swing and said quietly, "Does it bother you that nobody's acting normal anymore?" That almost made me cry because finally someone said it out loud. Then she admitted something that wrecked me completely. "I miss your old house," she said. Everybody laughed more there. Not the money, not the vacations, not the stuff, the people. That night, Dad called me into his room. He looked exhausted. Then he handed me a folder. Inside were copies of checks. Huge checks. Every relative had secretly asked him for money already, including Tyler. $25,000. Dad just shook his head slowly and said, "I wanted this money to make life easier." Instead, it showed me exactly who everybody is. The next morning at breakfast, Dad stood up holding envelopes. The room got silent instantly. You could literally feel people calculating numbers in their heads. Dad smiled and started handing them out. Aunt Linda opened hers first. Inside was a handwritten note, not a check. Everybody else opened theirs too. Same thing. One sentence. "The people who loved us before the money are the only people we owe anything to." Tyler exploded immediately. Brianna started crying. Grandpa muttered something about disrespect, but Dad ignored all of them and walked over to Emma. Then he handed her one final envelope. She opened it slowly and just stared. "What is this?" she whispered. Dad smiled. Inside was a fully paid college fund. Every cent. Emma burst into tears instantly, and Dad said the one thing nobody in that room expected. "You were the only person who treated my daughter like family before we became useful."